Virat comes to Babita. He says, like you're helpless here sitting on this chair, I am also helpless. I want her to be tied down like you. Babita says in her heart, I can't tolerate her for 24 hours. Dayuda talks to Babita. She says, I can't tolerate him, sir. She says, I can't do this marriage. If I do this ritual, that would mean I am accepting this marriage. He says, I was always stunted for living with my in-laws. But I only did my hard work. My work answered with all that I put it. People always talk. We shouldn't bother. We know we don't have anything wrong on our part. You will win. Virat won't succeed in his place. Virat made you his wife forcefully. Now you become his wife and do what you want. And play his game on him, and I will help you. This is my promise. You will be able to expose everyone who's against you. Ash says that can't happen. We won't do any rituals. Amruta says listen. He says listen what? You keep explaining them. You deserve this. Bhavani is about to slap. Harsh says, can't you see what is wrong here? Sometimes I regret I chose you over Dad. Amruta is shocked. Bhavani cries. Harsh leaves. Amruta says he is just angry. Jahan says we have to bring Virat to his senses. We have to do what Virat is saying. Virat calls the doctor. The servant says, where is Bobby? Virat says, what Bobby? He says, she's your wife now. Babita comes there. She says, I will be fine. We don't need a doctor. Kavita says the lift isn't working. The doctor can't go upstairs today. Let's wait till it gets better. Virat says, okay, let's wait till tomorrow. Virat asks Dayuda, did you see her? Dayuda says, you're asking about your wife. You should know where she is. Like I know where my wife is. Virat says, let it be. Dayuda says, you are married by your choice. She didn't. So you should know about it. Someone plays Marathi music in Ojwa's house. It's all decorated. Babita says, what is all this? This says, say I planned all this. Virat says, who did all this? Dayuda says, I did. He says, I did this for your wife. Everyone is shocked. Amruta comes there. She says, I am here. She comes in with her Mongol Sutra and Sinda. Dayuda says, welcome in. He says Virat wanted this wedding, not Amruta. So we have to tolerate it. He proved they're husband and wife. Dayuda says we have to do Griha Pravesh now for our son. He declared her his wife. Dayuda does Amruta's aarti. He says welcome home. Babita is angry. Amruta enters the house. She steps into the house. Dayuda does her aarti. Dayuda welcomes Amruta in the house. Babita says, don't you care about me? He says, I do. Virat said they're married, she's his wife. Jahan says we do have to do the Griha Pravesh then. Virat wanted this wedding, so we had to do the rituals. Dayuda says this is your real wedding now, so we have to do all the rituals. He asks Virat to sit next to Amruta. Bhavani says, I also wanna do the Marathi rituals. She does their aarti in Marathi style. Babita asks what is happening here. Bhavani does their aarti. Virat says, can I go now? Amruta says no. She makes Virat wear the garland. Bhavani asks Virat to make Amruta wear it as well. He does it. Bhavani says, I hope you both always stay happy. I hope this marriage shines. Babita says, what is this? It's a fake coin. My son has better luck than that. Bhavani gives it as Shagun. She ignores Babita. Dayuda says, I know Amruta will prove to be the Lakshmi of this house. He gives Amruta Shagun from his side. Dayuda gives her a set. He says, it's my blessing. You can't say no, Bhavani says to wear it. Don't say no. Babita says, so Jignesha's family's daughter will wear it. Dayuda says yes, because Virat made this relationship. He asks Virat to make her wear the necklace. Virat ties the necklace. He drops it. Virat says sorry, I got an important call. Amruta says it's okay. She picks up the pulse. Babita steps on her hand. She says to learn to value expensive things. Nimrit says she picked up everything. Amruta says I have values. They are priceless for me. These pearls mean so much because they are Dalda's blessings. She touches his feet. Virat says, what is my dad doing? She broke my trust and is giving her so much respect. She won't get anything. Scene 2. Bhavani says we left Amruta alone there. Jahan says Dalda is with her. He will take care of her. Amruta is also very strong. She knows how to take a stand for herself. Bhavani says I hope she gets the happiness she deserves. Amruta opens the door. It hits Virat. He says, are you blind? Do you wanna kill me? She gives him a napkin. He says I am still alive. Amruta cleans his bruise. Amruta arranges her things in the room. Virat says, why are you keeping your things here? She said you wanted to live with me. He says you can't share my room. She says you can sleep on the bed. Virat says you will sleep on the sofa. Amruta locks him in the bathroom and says you can sleep there. He says you will have to pay for this. She says I am the banker. Babita looks at her putting her clothes in Virat's closet. Babita is shocked. Dalda comes there. She runs to her wheelchair. Dalda says you're sweating. Are you okay? She says yes. Babita looks at Virat's photo and says how can you do this? I hate this girl Amruta. You're Virat, you could have any girl but you married her. Why do I feel like you love her? You always cared for her. I can't let your anger be faded by your love before you realize your love for her. Scene 2. Amruta looks at Virat sleeping in the bathtub. She feels bad for him. Amruta says I always thought you were a friend. I don't know how to do this every day. But I will fight for my respect every day. She comes there. Virat wakes up in shock. She says there was a spider. He says don't do this acting. He says go from here. Amruta says you can come out. He says I don't need your permission. Amruta makes breakfast for Dalda. He says it smells so good. She says thank you for your support. He says I know you are our Lakshmi. Babita asks Kavita about the doctor. She says life is still not working. Babita screams for help. Amruta comes there. Babita tries to move. Amruta says I can help you. Amruta takes Babita's wheelchair outside. Babita says I will manage. Amruta says lift isn't working. She says Abraj is coming. He will get the lift fixed. I need to go to the temple. Everyone enjoys the dessert Amruta made. Deepika says it's good. Dalda says it's so nice. Bibi says this is like how my grandmom used to make. They don't know Amruta made it. Virat says it's SOS good. I wanna kiss the person who made this. Amruta laughs. Virat says you can't do all this. This is an art. They tell the chef what an amazing halwa. He says Amruta Bobby made it. Dalda says it's my daughter's first cooking. I will give her shogun. Bibi says where is Babita? The cook says Amruta was taking her somewhere. Virat asks Amruta where is my mom? Amruta comes out. Babita isn't there. Amruta gets worried. Bhavani asks Amruta is everything okay there? Why didn't you come? Amruta says Babita isn't here. No one knows where she is. Jahan says we shouldn't bother. Amruta says I was last seen with her. They will accuse me again. Virat says what did you do now? She says she asked me to take her to lift. He says she would never. Virat says don't you dare to harm my mom again. Where is she? Answer me. Kavita says she's stuck in the lift. Come there fast. Virat looks at Amruta in anger.